How's it going, guys? Gamepan here and welcome back to a brand new TF2 video. So for the past few years I've been playing two games constantly and it's just been these two. I've been playing Team Fortress 2 and Fortnite. I've played TF2 for longer but slightly also been glued to Fortnite as well. As I've had 10 years of experience in TF2, I'm very familiar with the game, but while playing Fortnite I've noticed a few things that kind of gave me small vibes and reminders of Team Fortress 2. So, in this video I'm going to go through the similarities and comparisons of each game, Fortnite and TF2. I'm not saying that they are copying though, but for some of them, some of these stuff were even invented before TF2 and Fortnite even existed. So let's get it. Hope you guys enjoy and feel free to subscribe for more content like this. Let's go! So the first thing I'd like to talk to you about is Payload, but in Fortnite's perspective it's called Operation Payload. So, in TF2, the game mode Payload is where the blue team must escort the cart that has explosives through a series of checkpoints and go across to red's area, while red team attempts to defend the cart from hitting their base. They also have another game mode called Payload Race, which both red team and blue team have a cart and they have to reach to the end. Whoever's explosive payload reaches the end is the winner. For Fortnite's version of Payload, it's called Operation Payload and it's one of them limited time modes that was released in patch version 12.50. The first team escort the payload truck and have to reach the end, and the other team must stop the truck from hitting the end of the track. Throughout the rounds, players are able to choose tech they've earned to defend or stop the truck and opponents. So they are both very similar. The team's not as massive and they don't have bombs in the truck that explodes when hit in the end. The track is probably like 1/4 of what the track is in TF2, and that's what similarities are for Payload. Okay, next I would like to talk to you about one of the weapons. So in TF2 we have a weapon called the Holy Mackerel, which is literally just a fish that you can whack around and slap people with. It became pretty popular in TF2 and still is to this day. It's a very favourite melee weapon for the scout class. However, if you go to the Fortnite item shop, they released a harvesting tool which is named Fresh Fish. This is a pickaxe skin that you hold in both of your hands and you can flop and swing it around. It flops around like the fish in TF2 obviously because it's a fish. You can buy this one for 800 V-Bucks in the item shop and has two fishes in your hands. While the Holy Mackerel in TF2 is only a scrap which values to equivalent about 3p in British currency. Fortnite always have goofy and crazy things, but both of these are very similar. Do you think they are copying the fish? Comment down below. Okay, so next I'm going to show you a bunch of emotes and show you the comparisons of Fortnite and Team Fortress 2. The first emote and taunt is rock, paper, scissors.
Who wants to play? Anyone want to throw?
Every single year, drowning in my tears.
On three. One, two, three. Oh crap! That sucks.
Next up is Buy Life versus Make It Rain, but I didn't have the Make It Rain emote, I had the one with the coins, so it's practically the same thing, but instead of it being coins, it's usually money. They do have two. I think they've got 3 different Make It Rain emotes in Fortnite, but I've just got one of them for an example, so here you go.
Here, buy yourself some talent. Here, go buy a nicer hat.
Now we have for Fortnite the Fresh, but for Team Fortress 2 the Carlton.
No problem.
Next will be the Bakken Bronco for Team Fortress 2, but for Fortnite it's called the Rocket Radio. When I recorded this footage for Team Fortress 2, the actual thing didn't pop up, so you just see the engineer just flying around on a visible vehicle. So here you go. We have for TF2 the Boston Breakdance, but for Fortnite it's called the Breakin.
I am full of dance move. That's what I'm talking about. Boom! I am a dance machine. Yeah!
We've got Fortnite's Flippin' Incredible versus Team Fortress 2's Flippin' Awesome taunt.
Time to flip. Like so. Teamwork.
We have the Work It Out from Fortnite, but for Team Fortress 2 it's called the Man Rubik's.
I'll make it look easy.
We've got Fortnite Salute versus Soldiers Salute in Team Fortress 2.
Last one on the booyah! Booyah!
We have Phone It In versus the Killer Solo. We have Conga versus Conga.
Hold on. Conga!
We have Fortnite's Have a Seat versus TF2's Luxury Lounge. Next, we have Fortnite's Operation Infiltration. One team infiltrates the other team's base, fighting for the case filled with top secret intel. One of the teams must defend the briefcase from being stolen, and another team has to try and attack it and obtain it. The distance is a lot less compared to Team Fortress 2, where you have to get back to your own base, so it's a lot smaller. Each case that your team extracts or successfully defends wins you additional tech such as weapons and items that can be used in other operation modes such as Operation Payload, and many more. For TF2, Capture the Briefcase is a game mode which has two teams, blue and red. They both have to get their own intelligence instead of it being attack versus defend. The goal for both teams is to capture as many intelligences as possible and to get the victory. The default capture limit is around 3, but you must prevent your enemies from achieving the same captures. If no team completes it in time, it switches to a sudden death unless either of the intels have been taken and can still be in play, in which case overtime occurs until both teams' intelligences are captured again. And that's pretty much it. So there's a lot of similar things from both games, but it's hard to tell if they are copying or not. I personally don't think they are copying, but it's very interesting how both are very alike considering the different generations from the games have been from. So do you think Fortnite is copying TF2? Comment down below, I'm very curious what you guys would think. And that's going to be the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching, like, subscribe, and peace.